Hey, Radical fans. Today's Radical Rundown is a great topic. Should I change balls or should I move? Yes. And that's today's No, it's not it. I'm teasing. It's an interesting conversation you can have about this. So I'm in a comfort zone. I'm in a certain part of the lane. And I'm starting to lose my reaction. Me personally, I make subtle moves. I try to stay in that same zone as long as possible. Only because in most situations, the lane pattern is dictated by the lane man to keep bowlers in a certain part of the lane. If you have to change balls and it's a big jump, it's probably going to be a guessing game for a little while. So my suggestion is, if you're comfortable in a certain zone you're in, that you got in warm-up, you bowled a game or two or three, and you're in this tournament and you're going along pretty well and you start losing your carry, I would simply make a subtle change in that zone. I would try to get maybe a little bit deeper to catch a little more oil, or maybe move my eyes to the right to get a little more flip. Little things like that. I would try to maybe rotate my hand a little differently, but my goal would be to stay in that ball as long as possible, so that you're not jumping out of a zone that seems to be playing the best. Now, you're watching the tournament go and you're at a 2-team pace and the planet's at 240, you're not going to catch up. You're in the wrong part of the lane. You probably have to make a ball change. It's probably have to be a pretty significant ball change. Now you're making a move to another part of the lane, a zone that probably you're not familiar with yet. Other people may be playing that part of the lane, and that's where a ball change comes in. But for me personally, I want to stay there as long as possible and do the same thing as often as possible without making any great changes, no dramatic moves. If I'm falling behind the scoring pace, yes, dramatic moves are definitely necessary. And in most cases, that dramatic move requires both a ball change and a zone change. That's today's Radical Rundown. Put some comments below. We'll see you next week.